Hello, Simone here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I wanted to share something with you that I got to know about yesterday, and I thought it was something really valuable to pass on. So a couple of weeks ago, I was telling you guys the story of a CTO that's working with one of my VIP clients' companies. And he's an amazing guy. He's super smart. He's really incredibly innovative. He's done an amazing job building the stack of technology for this company. But it's been an ongoing thing. He's been working on it for the last 10 years. And what I talked about the last time was that he is getting really burned out and tired. And he's almost missing that his company is now starting to work. They're finally having success because it's kind of like a runner coming around that last curve and he's got no juice left in the tank. And he's not even noticing how good things are going. So he's still kind of stuck in this mindset of, oh my God, it's not working. What do we have to do to get it to work, right? So the problem is he comes from being this quintessential bootstrapper, and his entire identity is caught up in doing things like an early startup. So he's used to just having his fingers in all the different pots. He holds all the institutional knowledge. He definitely knows where all the bodies are buried and what closets have skeletons in it. He thrives on the adrenaline of the unpredictable startup whirlwind. He pulling all-nighters is one of the things that gets him really juiced up. Just that whole idea of being scrappy and in scarcity and living in a lot of doubt, uncertainty, and fear. Hey, Donna, good to see you. In short, he's really caught up in the grind of his business. And when you're caught up in the grind, you can't look far ahead. You're only basically looking like 2 feet in front of you, and you're only dealing with the urgent problems that have to be solved now. And the problem with that is if you're in that mindset, if you're stuck in that modus of operating, it doesn't allow you to really look far ahead. It doesn't allow you to come up with new innovation. It doesn't allow you to come up with direction, all that kind of stuff, because you're just really looking right here. You're only seeing what's right in front of you. So here's the problem. He's so caught up and so stuck in this identity of being a startup that's just barely making it, that he's missing, like I said, that his company now is succeeding, and that what used to work in the past now actually creates significant bottlenecks. So he perceives that his value really comes from doing the stuff. He's doing the coding. He's jumping on board when something needs to get done. It's still that mindset of everybody does everything. He executes, but he doesn't actually set the strategy in the direction that a CTO should be setting, because that's actually what makes it worth it for the company to have him on board. So he is in that mode of constantly fighting fires, fixing everything on the fly, controlling everything, having his thumbprint on everything. He doesn't know how to lead, so his people get a lot of tasks. So he looks at what needs to be done, he tasks us out, and what happens is they're not inspired by that because it's boring. So they get is stuff to do. They don't own it, so what that causes is they don't have any accountability. Timelines constantly get pushed and screwed up. Their deliverables are all over the place and not to the quality of the work that they really need to create. And because he's constantly caught up in doing stuff, he's also not growing his talent. Hey Sloan, he feeds his excuse that nobody else can take care of the difficult stuff because he hasn't taken out the time to actually train and grow his people so they could be doing that. So he's stuck in this place. So you might be wondering, why am I telling you this entire story? Well, so yesterday I got a phone call that his board is now actually thinking of removing him because he's not executing like a true CTO. He needs to actually be the guy who's setting the direction, who's growing his team, who's making new things happen. And they're looking at him going, this guy, we've given him a lot of time. He's burned out and tired. He's not growing the business the way we want him to. So we're going to just take him out. He is constantly stuck in this way of being where he's resisting new things because he's not realizing that these new things are going to be what actually help him to grow his business to a different level. So they don't really want him on anymore because they don't perceive that he can succeed. So it's kind of like he's keeping his business in kind of a teenager mode because he's not realizing that to grow his business to really adulthood, he needs to first show up and be different. So this is this identity thing again. You can't grow your business past your own identity. So if your identity is stuck in you're a beginner, you don't know what you're doing, or your business is in a startup mode, or you're being scrappy, you're bootstrapping, whatever it is, when you want to get to that next level of business, you have to change your own identity so you can do that. Hope that makes sense to you guys. So this is a really tough situation. I really feel for this guy because he's, like I said, he's brilliant. He's a really cool guy. He's been struggling and pushing for this for the last 10 years. And now it looks like if he can't turn this around in the next 2 or 3 months, he's going to be removed, and the board is just going to find a CTO who doesn't come with that kind of ballast, with that kind of baggage, and somebody who can just step in, see what's going on, look at the direction of the company, and start executing in a way that you would for a grown-up company. So, your business can't surpass your identity. So one of your most important jobs as you're growing your business is to grow your identity and keep changing with the way your business is going. So I want to invite you to really notice, where are you right now? What's your identity? And then when you think of your next level of business, what would your identity have to be so that you can grow into that next level? So let me know how that goes after you practice this for a while. This is really kind of one of those things where you have to have a lot of discipline because it's a pattern that you're running all the time. So you have to interrupt that pattern and instill something new. So first you have to really figure out what that identity is that you need to have so that you can keep growing. Keep thinking differently. That's what got you here. Don't stop now. And what we're discussing right now is that the same thing that got you here is not the same thing that gets you to that next level of business. So anyway, have a good rest of your week. If you want to know more, go to bulletproofstartups.com and watch the free training there that really addresses a lot of this stuff and a whole lot more. Talk to you guys soon.